If you are a Christian single mom and you're struggling to find out time or to make out time in your daily life to devote to the things that you know that God has placed upon your heart, this video is for you. I want to share with you one of the many counterintuitive things that I have applied in my own life as a single mom for the past 16 years that has totally changed my life and helped me to move from a place in my life where I always felt like I didn't have enough time to get things done to a place where I'm now able to share my gifts and talents on a wider scale beyond my family and my immediate environment. I want this for you because I know that if you clicked on this video, then you definitely have that pull, that desire in your heart, which God Himself has placed there, and you're struggling to find a way to get it all done, to make it all happen. I want you to know that it is possible. It is possible for you to raise your children, run an efficient home, and still be able to make time out to develop other parts of you. Because your life is not restricted to working and paying bills and putting food on the table. You are bigger than that. And it is possible to touch every part of that container. And so I'm going to be sharing with you today the importance of taking a nap. As little as that might sound, it is one of the most powerful things that I have implemented in my life that has really, really helped me become more productive and more creative in my daily life. I've been a single mom for close to 16 years now, 15 plus years. And for most of this time, I complained about not having enough time. I was constantly stressed out, overwhelmed, burnt out. But I had to keep pushing because at the background in my mind, I always told myself the story that if I didn't keep pushing, everything would fall apart. And I didn't have anyone to pick up after me. And so I didn't have a choice. But I was only forced to confront my life, the way I lived my life, after I started losing my health. I developed blood sugar issues, blood pressure issues, chronic pain. I was diagnosed with exhaustion syndrome and had to stop working. And I had to face my greatest fear, which was that if I didn't change my life, I was going to die too early and leave my children orphan. The death in itself didn't scare me. What really troubled me was leaving my children without any parents to care for them. And so I had to confront my actions and confront my life and reevaluate what I believed, how I approached life, and began implementing some intentional shifts in my life that finally helped me break free from the constant stress, anxiety, exhaustion, to being able to breathe and approach life with calm and focused energy. And being able to take a nap during the day is one of the things that helped me make this shift. I know that so many single moms are living in survival mode. You push yourself as hard as you can go, sleep late at night, wake up early, and then keep pushing. Use coffee to keep yourself alert and active so that you can get everything done. Because if you stop for 1 minute, everything would fall apart, or so you tell yourself. So I told myself for so long. And when I did this myself, I would wake up and just keep pushing, even though I was tired, yawning, tears streaming down my face. It didn't matter, I had to keep going. Because in my head, I felt like if I kept on going like that, I'll be able to do more. But I found out that the opposite was the case. Because I didn't have the right energy. I didn't have the energy to move on, to really do the things I needed to do. I was tired and exhausted and very distracted. So even when I forced myself to try to get some deep work done, I found that I became very distracted easily. That was when I spent so much time on social media, just doing things that were not necessary because my body was looking for rest and comfort. And so I couldn't focus on my work. And so at the end of the day, even though I had so many hours to do the things that I thought were important, I found out that I wasn't as accomplished or as productive as I would have loved to be. And so I decided to do something opposite. Rather than pushing myself on days when I woke up feeling groggy and tired, I would take a few more minutes if I could afford it in the moment, like immediately after waking up, and just sleep more, sleep till I felt like I was done. Or if I was not able to sleep immediately, when I helped with the children get to school and I'm able to have some time to myself, then I would take a nap. And I would sleep as long as I needed to sleep. I didn't set 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 20 minutes alarm. I just slept. Sometimes it was 1 hour, an hour and a half. And then I woke up feeling recharged and ready for the day. And I found out that when I started implementing this, I started becoming more productive and more creative, because when I woke up, I would be clear, I would be energized, and then I'll be able to focus more. And it was hard for me to admit at first, because whenever I woke up, the first thing that came to my mind was, oh my goodness, I have slept for too long. How am I going to get everything done? But then I started thinking, it is not about how much time I have. It's not about having all the time in the day. It's about what I'm able to accomplish with the time that I have. And I found out that when I took a nap, I was able to accomplish more. I was able to stay focused longer. I was able to think more clearly. And creativity flowed more naturally for me. I got more inspiration. So why would I waste my time pushing myself to go when I didn't have the energy or my body didn't want to go, than resting and getting the energy that I needed to do the things that actually needed to be done. And so my invitation to you today would be for you to also rethink your approach. If you're one of those people that feel that you don't have enough time, you have to keep going, you have to ask yourself, is this working for me? Because the truth of the matter is that approach is sabotaging all your effort and stalling your progress. And that if you really want to make good progress, then it is time for you to change the way you do things and start giving your body the rest that it needs. And taking a nap during the day, even if you're not able to get a good night's sleep, is one of the most effective things that I have found to work for me. I have heard so many people say that if you're going to take a nap, you should make it short so that it doesn't disturb your night's sleep. The opposite is true for me. If I sleep as long as I want to sleep during the day, I don't care how many hours. I just sleep until I'm done, and then I get up. I find I'm able to sleep even deeper at night. And I imagine that the reason for this is that the day sleep, when I sleep, my nap actually brings down my cortisol, makes me very calm, brings down that nervous energy, so that by the time I'm going to bed at night, I'm still going to bed with that calm nervous system. I'm able to sleep better and sleep deeper. Maybe this will work for you, or maybe not. But the whole goal of this video is not to tell you how long to sleep, but to pause during your day and take a nap if your body calls for it. And as called women, as women of faith, women who profess to believe in God, we have to ask ourselves, do we really believe what we say we believe? Because if you truly trust in God, if you truly believe that it is God who has placed this calling on your heart, then why do you think that you have to carry it all alone? God has given you a calling. It is He who is faithful to cause this calling to be realized, but we have to trust Him in that. And taking a nap in the middle of the day when the world is busy, bustling, and everybody is hustling is a tremendous act of faith. It's a way of pausing in the day and saying, Lord, I'm tired, but you got this. My body is tired right now, so I am going to take the rest that I need, and I know that everything is under control. It is an act of faith. It is an act of trust. So my invitation to you today as a called woman is to reorient yourself in how you see sleep. Prioritize sleep. Prioritize rest. Prioritize taking a nap during the day, giving your body the rest, the break that it needs. Because sleep is not just one thing that you do. It is medicine. It is a tactical tool that helps you recharge and re-energize so that you can do the work that needs to get done. Imagine if you were a car, or at least if you have a car. You know that a car has the battery and it has the fuel. Imagine that the fuel is the food you put into your body and the battery is sleep. If your battery is down, if the car battery is down, even if you put premium fuel in the car is not going anywhere. The same thing applies to us. If your battery is down because you are sleep deprived, then no matter what you eat, no matter how much exercise you do, you're not going anywhere. You're going to break down your body, you're going to be exhausted, you're going to fall ill. Your pain, if you have pain, is going to be exaggerated. Everything would look worse than it actually is. Everything will feel harder than it needs to be. So if you want to become more productive, you want to become more creative, you want to multiply your time, then consider implementing short naps during the day to calm down your nervous system, bring your cortisol level down. It will improve your clarity of mind, improve your attention, your focus. Everything becomes easier. And most importantly, it is a sign and an act of faith and trust in the God who has called you. In closing, I would like to remind you of this scripture. Jesus said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Jesus invites us into his rest. So, even though we have a lot to do, even though time is of the essence, and there's not enough time to do everything that is calling unto us, we have to remember that God is the author of time. It is he who has placed that calling on your heart. It is he who will bring it to fulfillment. So rest in his love, rest in his promises, and you will see your time beginning to multiply, your productivity increase, and your creativity soar. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.